Yo, welcome to Apartment 103. This is episode 34.
Yeah.
I am your host, Alfredo, and this is my other host,
Hector.
Yeah, and we are here to give y'all a wonderful show. Wonderful show. No refunds if it's not wonderful. My bad. We tried.
Wait, you getting paid?
Yeah.
Oh.
You not?
No.
I'll talk to accounting. We'll get that worked out, bro. You should be getting paid.
Okay.
It's not a lot, but
I want back pay. Then.
Ooh,
From how
ooh.
long you getting paid the whole time?
I've been getting paid the whole time.
Okay. Well, I'll expect 34 episodes worth of pay on my next check.
Yeah, I got you, bro. 34 cents coming your way.
Cents?
Yeah.
Well, you ain't got no sense.
And this, no, I got 34 cents, actually.
Oh.
You ain't got no sense. All right, and we're going to start this episode how we always kick it off with the Let's Get Deep Friends Edition.
Yo.
Level 1 is the icebreaker. You ready for this one?
I got a question before we get started.
Oh, sure.
Do you think we'll be moving on to the couples edition once we level out of this?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why not? There's also a raunchy edition. Oh, that might be the couples one.
Oh.
It might be it's like the 18 plus. We're going to talk about some sexy things.
Wow. Okay. I want the unrated one.
I don't know about
No
that.
age on them. All right. Anyway,
All right.
Sorry, that was the only question.
So, level 1, the question is, do you prefer savory or sweet? What's savory?
Savory's like savory.
Give me something that's savory and not sweet.
I would say like a payday.
A payday?
Yeah, it's like more salty. It's kind of that's what I think, cause like sweet and then I guess the opposite would normally be like sour or bitter. But
Right.
When it comes to food, I don't think it translate to that being the opposite.
Yeah.
It's sweet and savory. You know what I'm saying? Like trail mix has sweet and savory in it.
Oh, okay.
You see what I'm saying?
So like salty?
Yeah, sort
Okay.
of.
Look it up. Look it up on your phone.
Okay.
I don't have the iPad on me right now.
We got the mini iPad.
Yeah.
The iPad mini.
Very mini.
Yeah. What is the difference between sweet and savory? Okay. And so the answer is, or what it's giving me is, sweet means it has sugar or tastes sugary. Think desserts, cake, candy, fruit, chocolate. Savory means it's salty, meaty, spicy, herby, and umami. I don't even know what umami is. I might have to do another search later. Anyway, think dinner food, steak, pizza, chips, cheese. Okay, so regular food versus sweets.
Oh, savory then. Yeah, I'm going on savory. I like sweets, but I can't do too much sweet stuff. Like, me and Claudia get cookies for the week. I might sit on my cookies a little longer than she would.
No, I'm not. I'm going, them cookies only last as long as I can see them.
Yeah, you're big on sweets?
Yeah, I think, and that's why I don't have them. It's because I know that if I get them, I get them like very rarely.
Yeah.
Because they're gone so quick, and I'm like, all right, well, I've checked out for the month.
Yeah.
Because they're in the house.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody hiding them from me.
Yeah. It's like when you come over and I have that big bag of Starburst.
Yeah, I'm like, hey, bro.
Yeah.
Let me get like
and you
15
be killing
of them.
You be killing them.
Sorry.
If you don't show up, that lasts me all week. And if Claudia,
if you show up, I have to get a
same
new
day.
one tomorrow.
Yeah, they're gone. That day, they're gone.
Like that's why they stay hidden right now.
Yeah, I got some right now. I ain't even told you. No, just kidding.
I saw them M&Ms. Where they go?
No, them bitches are gone. Claudia killed them. That's another thing is I told you I do my trail mix, and I don't do it every day. But like Claudia will not have sweets, so she's like, "What's up with them M&Ms, bro?" She's trying to bully me. So what
like
you got?
they're allocated.
You gonna eat your cornbread?
Yeah, I'm gonna eat my cornbread.
Yeah. Nah.
That's funny.
So she always ends up eating them, but like I'm supposed to be using it for my trail mix, so I'm like, you gotta chill out, girl. And then by Thursday, if I haven't eaten most of them, I'm like, all right, you can. This week's almost over.
Right. I'm gonna get some next week. So
Yeah,
good.
But like same thing with the Starburst. She'll be like, "Can I get some Starburst?" I'm like, yeah, go ahead. But like usually, if it's up to me, them bitches last me probably a week and a half, dog. I'll get like 3 or 4.
But you also get like those big fun.
It's
share
it's the
packs or
shares
whatever.
packs, yeah. So they should last a while. They are meant to last a while.
Yeah,
and
it's
they
not
do
like the
for me.
little. It's not like the family or the what's it, king size or whatever.
Yeah, no.
It's like, but it's still just a single use.
Yeah,
right. You got the Ziploc bags.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got the already cut thingy on the top.
Yeah, the resealable.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, I'm going savory all the way.
Okay.
Let's get deep.
Deep. What is something that you don't get the hype about, and why?
Something I don't get the hype about.
Yeah, so something that you would deem overrated.
Ooh, a while back, when Jaden Smith's album was really popping, I was like, okay, I'll listen to it, and then I listened to it, and I was like, is this
Is this really an album? No.
Is this?
Remember, be careful. You talked about not trying to.
No. But like, obviously, it works.
Right.
For me, I was just like, I don't get it.
Okay.
And that's sometimes like that's how I feel about certain things. There's certain movies that'll be like critical acclaim, and everybody's like, you have to watch this movie. You have to watch this movie, and it might
like
just
instant classic.
Yeah, and it might just be expectations, but then I'll watch it and I'm like, this is it's good. But like y'all was bugging me about this.
Like y'all came at me like I needed to see this.
It's not like when I watch Attack on Titan and then I watch it and I'm like, and watching it I was like, okay, yeah, it is good. I can understand why people go so crazy for it. Sometimes I'll watch a movie and I'm just like, nah, this was cool. This was a fun watch, but like,
why y'all acting like it's the greatest thing since sliced bread?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you?
What is the question? Don't get the hype about.
Yeah.
I don't really know. I'm so out of touch with stuff. I don't even know what is hype right now.
Yeah, nobody giving you hype.
Yeah, like no one's bugging me to go do or see or say or watch or partake in anything. I think that maybe I don't know. That's a good question. The hype. I guess for me right now, as 31, 30, even in the past few years, I don't see the hype in parties or going out like do a whole bunch of stuff. Yeah. I think for me that's a hype that I don't really get behind.
But it's something you did understand before. Right.
It's just that like now I don't get that hype. Like yes, you do it while you're young, and I guess at some point I don't see myself as young in the same sense. Like I can't hang out till 2 a.m. in the morning and after drinking no less and be like, yeah, I'm gonna be fine tomorrow. Like no, you're not gonna be. You might have to call in to work. Like whatever plans you did have, they're not happening.
Yeah.
Granted, I don't drink anymore. It's been 5 years, right? So,
right.
This is my AA meeting. No, no, I just quit drinking and stuff. But
it's been 5 years since you quit drinking.
September of 2019.
How long has it been for me? It's been like 2, 3. Well, actually, that's not true. I've drank. I just haven't.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I just don't make it a habit to drink anymore.
Right, you drink rarely, kind of thing.
Like once, twice a year.
Like a special occasion type deal.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. And I don't think that there's anything wrong with that per se.
Yeah.
My thing is where you're like, I got to go out every weekend.
Yeah.
I need a drink in my hand every day, or something like that. Like it's almost like a function thing for you. Like I get going out and like wanting to do stuff, but it doesn't need to be one past like 9 or 10 o'clock. And I think that there's way more fun stuff that you can do even during the day, like like dinner time frame or whatever.
Yeah.
And it can go into like 9 or 10 o'clock, but after that, I'm like, hey, my whoop telling me I gotta go to sleep.
I'm in sleep debt, man. Yeah, I'm gonna catch up on his sleep debt.
Yeah. So I think that would be the thing. It's just it's not for me anymore. So I don't understand it like I used to, because I'm just it's not about that lifestyle anymore.
Is there
nothing wrong with anybody who's doing it, I guess.
Right.
It's just not for me or anyone.
And also the people that you hang with is different too. Like, you don't hang out with people that still do that.
Well, I don't hang out with anybody except for you.
But I'm not people that do that.
Right, right. But like even then, it's like, it's not that I don't know people like that, but yeah, I really don't just hang out with people. I just
feel like and it might be a conscious choice, right? You don't hang out with those people for a reason, because you don't want to do that. Yeah. But if you did already hang out with those people, then you would probably, not as often as them, but you would find yourself in those situations more often.
Yeah, you know what? I think that would be a fair statement to make. Simply because back when I was in Colorado, I still hung out with some of the younger cats. Mm-hmm. And they would invite me over, and of course they're all drinking and stuff, and I'll be like, yeah, no, I'm not drinking. I'm just here to kick it,
but I'm
with
kicking
the vibes.
Yeah.
So I'm hanging out, but I still leave.
Yeah.
At 10. Yeah. I was like, the old man's got to go to sleep.
Yeah. So. Yeah, man. Has there been anything that you 100% have understood the hype? Like, they've told you about it, and then you were like, all right, I'm gonna check it out, and you're like, oh shit, actually.
I don't. I would probably say anime. As soon as I got referenced to or referred to a bunch of different like animes. Now, not all anime, right? Yeah. But like in overall, I do enjoy a good range of anime.
Gotcha.
So the one we watched together, Attack on Titan, Dragon Ball, the big classics, Naruto. Yeah. I haven't finished or really got into One Piece yet, or Bleach, which I hear like some of those big ones. But I've like watched Psycho Mob, Psycho Pass. These are some like really gritty ones and kind of like mental psychic type stuff. So that was pretty cool. Zom Mom or Zom or something like that. It's about zombies.
Okay.
I haven't finished it. My Hero Academia, Demon Slayers. I always try to say Dragon Slayers. It just rolls off the tongue a little easier. But yeah, anime, I would say it's like, man, they have anime for whatever. Yeah. Food, sports.
Is that something that you have to get talked into, though?
Yeah.
Like, there was a point in your life where you didn't watch anime?
Yeah, not outside of like Dragon Ball Z.
Right, which we all did.
Right. Yeah. Like, so I was like, because I don't want to be that guy, but I kind of am. But like, the anime kids were kind of weird.
Yeah.
Not the anime kids, but the enthusiasts. Cause like they lived and breathed that stuff. Yeah. They,
the kids that would run to the cafeteria and then Naruto run.
Yeah. Or they'd have stuff. They'd play like off to the side at recess, and they'd have like their anime fights and stuff. And I'm just like, I'm gonna go play kickball or whatever. That like, that's great. Keep doing what you're doing, but I got a jet. Like. Then I think it was just. I feel bad for saying that now.
Yeah.
Because then as a kid, I didn't know any difference. But like,
as a kid, you kind of feel like you're trying to portray yourself as cooler than you actually are. So like, even with me, when I was so into wrestling, and then I had to not be into wrestling because no one else was, and I still had like a group of friends that was, and I had to be like, man, y'all still on that wrestling stuff?
Yeah, you're hitting on the very point that I was about to make, is that like, I'm so happy for them who are like able to immerse themselves in that to be truly and genuinely happy. Mm-hmm. Whereas I felt like I wanted to fit in. Yeah. And I never had a thing that was like, oh, he geeks out over that.
Right.
I never had something that like, he geeks over this.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing. Never.
Right.
Never had anything that was like my thing. So I really love that for y'all. Anybody that can do that. Even now as an adult, it's still really hard for me to like geek out over something.
Yeah.
Because it's hard for me to fully invest myself in something.
Mm-hmm.
But I do think that I have been getting a lot into the D&D stuff.
Yeah.
So I think that's kind of becoming a thing.
You're training that inner nerd.
Yeah, man. And it's not so much the nerd. It's just more so the creativity that goes along with it.
Yeah.
I really do like that aspect of I've created characters, won't use them, haven't used them. And it's just the creating process, which also helps when we're talking comic books.
Right.
So,
yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about. It just seems like it's at a certain point in your life, you're like, I have to pretend to be cool. Because these guys are cool. Clearly, these guys are cool.
Yeah.
And it kind of begs the question, do you think that they were hiding anything that they were into and they couldn't?
No. Well, not all the time. So I think that sometimes, like, we, in our mind, the cool kids tend to be more athletic, more outgoing, more sporty, rather than some of these, like, niche interests.
Yeah.
The art kid, weird.
Yeah.
The anime kid, weird. The science kid, weird. But if it was outside playing any kind of sport,
right,
not weird.
I had soccer.
He's cool.
Yeah.
He's outdoors. Everybody likes him. He's got to be cool.
Yeah.
And this is just based off of like what I can remember. Like this might not be true, and it might not even be psychologically correct or whatever.
Yeah.
But this is just kind of the experience that I've kind of had. Because even at some point, people started thinking I was cool when I didn't think I was cool.
Yeah.
I think you even told me that I was popular.
Yeah.
I've never once thought of myself as popular.
Mm-hmm.
I had a lot of people I was cool with.
Yeah.
And I knew a lot of people, and a lot of people knew me in the sense of like I just dabbled in a bunch of whatever. And then some back in middle school they were like, "Oh yeah, you were popular." And I was like, I did cheerleading. I tried out for football. And moved before I could play, but and then in cheerleading I only did like a couple of ball games or whatever, and then I moved again too, so I didn't get that. But I was in like Spanish club, chess club. I tried out for band. I failed in that, so we won't talk about that too much.
Yeah.
But I played sports. I was smart in class. Like I was a bookworm at the same time. Like I was a jack of all trades. I was not, like I said, I never had that one thing that was just like, that guy's got, he's into this or whatever. It was just, I was just dabbling in like literally everything.
Yeah, especially if you move a lot, you kind of get good at just making friends.
And I think that's really what it was. Is I was just chill with everybody. I had no quarrels with people except for a few instances.
Right, yeah. Yeah.
What about you?
Oh,
you asked me the question. Didn't
I forgot. This one time I was watching, there's WWE here in the United States.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the biggest company, right? And then there's another company in Japan where they're
I think you mentioned it.
Yeah, they have like this big following, and they don't do wrestling the same way as in like a weekly show, but they have like these monthly shows where they really just put on like wrestling matches.
Okay.
And they
like
have
the whole month?
No. This it's like one show a month where they're like
every month.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then every year they have something called Wrestle Kingdom, which is like their WrestleMania, and where their big matches are, where their big feuds pay off. It's like this big moment. And I was like, oh, well, I think I'm going to watch it this year. Because there was rumors that somebody who had left WWE was going to show up there. And there was these two, like...
Who was it? Do I know?
Sasha Banks.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. And then there was two wrestlers who have never been in WWE, but they're, like, deemed as, like, the greatest wrestlers of all time. They were facing each other. So I was like, all right, I'll watch
they're the greats?
I'll watch it, yeah. And so I was like, I'll watch the show. It was on... in Japan, so like here it was like 1 a.m, 3 a.m. I was like, I'm not gonna stay up. I got work the next day. So on Sunday.
You called in?
No, I watched it. I didn't get into social media or anything at all until like I watched it. So like the next day at work, because we were so slow, just propped up the phone and watched it. people were coming up to me like, "Hey, yo," and I was like, "Huh?" Because I
That's
was
how
like, I was
invested you
locked
were.
in, bro. Especially that match between those two guys, bro. I was like, this might be the greatest fucking match I've ever seen.
That good.
Yeah, like it was, and my bar was high, bro.
Right. You
And the match started, and I was like, okay, they're pretty good. Oh, they're really good.
kind of hating at first.
Yeah, like I was like,
That's cool.
Yeah,
They got a couple things.
They think they too good for WWE.
He's also like, oh yeah, WWE's not good enough for them.
And then as the matches went on, I was just like, oh, they're really good. Oh shit.
So what made them stand out like to be that good?
I just think I don't know if I could put my finger on it. Like, it's just the way that they lay out the match. It's long enough to like get you invested, and we're kind of trained to know like, oh, that was a big move. It's over. And right when you thought it was over, it wasn't. Boom, kick out. Fight for like 10 more minutes. Big move. Oh, this is it. Boom, kick out. You're like, what the fuck is going on? How long is this match?
So it was like an Iron Man match.
Basically, I think it might have gone like 30 minutes. But like, you just think like, because they're hitting them like them big moves, and like, it just feels
it's not like the video game where you got to charge your finisher. You can only hit it so many times in a match.
Well, no, these weren't finishers, but they just looked like they were big moves.
They were just signature moves.
They were, yeah,
setups,
probably, yeah,
maybe
like something. And it might have helped that I didn't know the wrestlers, so I didn't know what their finishers were. But like, I was like, damn, like they're going at it.
You think so? Maybe it was just like everything kind of like all the variables were just hitting right.
And it's like at a certain point, you just think, oh, the match is over. This was a great match. They've delivered. The match is over. The fans can go home happy. And then they kick out, and you're like, what the fuck is this?
So, but it's not bro, can you please
No, it's not. It's not a diminishing return or anything. It's just like, no, these motherfuckers are going at it. They're cooking.
Okay.
Yeah, so that match, I was like, fuck. Like, oh, damn, this is good.
All right, so another question. Do you think that the reason why they only do monthly is because they're a smaller country? So they have like less people that they on their roster type deal to maintain a week to week thing without burnout?
I think they're still on the old business model of wrestling. So when wrestling, early in the days, wrestling was in territories, and it was like you would go to a state and you would wrestle there, put on a few matches, and then you'd be there for a few weeks, and then you'd move on to the next territory, and then you do that, and you'd bring people to watch this person that's coming into town. And I think they're still on that model, if I had to guess, because they're just
okay. I just thought that maybe since they were a smaller country, that maybe it had something to do with the way that their model was set up.
I think they might wrestle more often. They think they just televise them a month, once a month.
Gotcha. Okay.
But, yeah. All right, let's get deeper.
This took a while.
Yeah. Would you spy or have you spied on anyone?
Ooh, why are they always coming out with some outing questions?
Trying to incriminate us, bro. Spied? I mean, I'm sure as a kid I spied on like my cousins talking or something, like.
No, I'm trying to think if I was spying on like girls or anything like that,
Yeah, like hiding in the locker.
Not that far, but like like just trying to be close, trying to see if they talking about you because you might have a crush on them.
Yeah, like when they used to do like the phone call thing, they used to have somebody on three-way and you just be just listening.
Yeah, well, I didn't really do a whole lot of three-way calls. Dude, I'd barely get chicks to call my house. But when they did, bro, it was a whole thing, and I was like, dude.
Like with your parents or
yeah,
what?
They were like, Kendra calling you. I'm like, man, Kendra better hang up the phone. Y'all gonna think that's my girlfriend. Yeah. She ugly, you know what I'm saying?
I hate her.
Right, she mad annoying is what she is.
That's funny.
No, I don't remember the girl's name, but that happened a few times. Yeah. As for spying, actually, you know what? I would say that I not necessarily spy, but like kept tabs on, I guess. There was this one girl. We were kind of going through a rough patch or whatever. And I had a gut feeling that they might have been talking to some other people or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And so yeah, I hopped on the same stuff that they were on, or that I assumed that they were on. And I was acting the creep, acting
I guess that would be considered.
yeah, I was spying, bro. I had a fake profile and everything, and I mean, I don't like being that way, right?
Yeah.
But like, once your mind goes into that dark spot where you're like, I gotta know if things are being, lied to, like if I'm being lied to, if I'm being played or whatever, like for peace of mind, you kind of go a little crazy, especially to somebody you care for.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a level of craziness that's allowed, and then there's like, nah, you got to get arrested crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like it's gray area. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes it does get kind of gray,
Mm-hmm.
but I think there is an allowable amount, because it's like, nah, that would drive me crazy too if I was in your shoes. But like my girl or my boy would never do that to me.
Yeah.
And then, but for someone who's in that, you're like, nah, dog. I just gotta go. I just gotta take that one step into crazy town.
Yeah.
Make sure we're good. Like, just enough proof to be like, yeah, I'm not crazy.
Yeah.
Because I found what I was looking for. But if you don't, and you keep trying to find something and make something, now I think you are becoming a little crazy, psychotic almost.
There's nothing worse than checking someone's phone and not finding anything, and you're like, oh, I'm a piece of shit.
Yeah, exactly. So, end of the story, I did find them on there, and I was like, Leonardo.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I would say, yeah, I've done that, man. But I have never gone through someone's phone. I've been tempted to, because someone went through my phone, but I was all like, at that point, I was like, if I have to go through your phone, this ain't working. So.
Right. Yeah, for sure.
So, yeah. I have been tempted to, though. I'll be like,
I could do it. So much power.
I'm like, I know your code, too.
Yeah.
I was like, nah, but that's whenever you get that moment, you're like, I might be a little crazy. Need to back up a little before I hop in.
Where are we?
Yeah, like it like sometimes it's not that self-aware that you're being crazy.
Yeah,
and it's like really it's just situational, man.
It's not like till you're hiding in their bushes waiting for her to come home. But you're like, you got your face painted green, and you're like, how'd I get here?
Right, and you got some twigs tied to your head,
yeah.
So they don't know. It's just the wind moving the tree around. Oh,
yeah,
man. You got your daggone war paint and stuff on. You got camouflage. Yeah. You're in something that's all green. You got browns and browns and blacks, and they're like,
yeah,
something definitely looks
like we
here.
can see you.
Huh? No, you can't. Shut up.
Yeah. Then it feels like you've gone too far, and it's like, how'd you get here?
Yeah, exactly. So I again, I think there's a level of crazy that's allowed in relationships specifically.
Yeah.
If you're not in a relationship and you're going into crazy town a little bit, yeah, now you got a problem.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it is part of the process.
Yeah. I mean, the saying is, love will make you do crazy things.
Yeah.
Or you do crazy things for the people you love. Either way, crazy's in there.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Have I ever spied on anyone? I think it was just mostly like a girl flirting with me and my boy, and he would just talk to her, put her on speaker, and we would listen to her, like, try to put the moves on him. And just be like, yeah.
Seems pretty low.
Yeah, pretty low stakes.
Yeah,
like
me, I was up there. I was kind of up there,
Yeah,
like, how'd you know I was on there? You was on there? I was like, yeah, because I thought you was on there. And it's like,
now as a Spider-Man meme, y'all both pointing at each other.
Yeah, man. I was like,
mine was pretty low stakes. It was just, there was no losers there, except for the girl, I guess.
Right. Her secrets are out.
Yeah.
Like, we know.
Yeah. So really that just confirmed. But like, even if like the worst scenario is that we never found out, it would have been fine. Like,
yeah.
you know?
Right.
Yeah. There's usually nothing too bad. I remember this one time though, I was we were driving from somewhere to somewhere. It was like a long, like hour long drive, and I was like, I'm gonna pretend to be asleep in the car to see if my sisters talk about me. And then I actually fell asleep.
Dude, I can't tell you how many times that's happened to me. So, I mean, I'm sure you believe it.
I believe you,
right? But even before I started having my narcolepsy problems, there were times whenever I would be drunk, and I'd just be like, pretend I'm drunk, or not pretend I'm drunk. I would be drunk,
but like pretend
but pretend I'm asleep. And then at the time, like my girlfriend and stuff would they'd like try to get me to wake up and be like, nah, just lay there and be all like just dead weight. And they're like trying to drag me and stuff, and it'd be so funny. And the next thing you know, I'm waking up and I'm like, what happened? They're like, well, you fell asleep. And I was like, nah, I was just playing. And then I did fall asleep.
Yeah. That's funny.
So then I can't even play it off. I can't even be like, nah, I was playing. I knew what y'all was doing. And I'm like,
but you was snoring.
Yeah, I did eventually get there.
You try to get them to take you to the bed like when you were a kid.
Yeah.
Uppies. Bro. That's funny. Yeah, bro. I remember that. I felt so stupid. I was in the car after we got to the place. I was like, fuck.
I ain't even find out.
Yeah. I get no intel.
Yeah, that's just hilarious.
Also, looking back, I'm like, what could they have said that they wouldn't have already said to me? My sisters talk shit, bro.
To your face.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I know your sister. At least Crystal.
Yeah.
Dude. Yeah, she don't really hold back.
Which
is awesome, though. That's awesome, you know.
It's annoying sometimes, though.
Yeah, no, I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is. But you don't have to feel like maybe she's not telling me something or she's not, you know what I'm saying? Like hiding something. Like if you think she doesn't like you, you probably already know, and you're just hoping she does like you.
Right. I remember this one time I said, I was drunk at her house, and she was like cleaning up and stuff because it was like a party, and she's like, she said, all right, y'all gotta chill out, man. The night's over and stuff. I'm like, bitch, right? And she did not let me live that down, bro. For months, maybe years after that, she was like, remember that time he called me a bitch? I was like, oh, I didn't say it like that. I didn't say bitch. I said, bitch.
Yeah, right. Like there's a difference.
The pitch was a little higher.
Right. Like it was a harmless.
Yeah.
Bitch.
I was like, yeah. she let me live that down, bro. I was like, ooh. She hasn't brought it up lately.
That's good. She might see this.
She might see this and be like,
You remember when?
I remember. Pepperidge Farm remembers. Bro.
Oh man. I did want to mention that I have a pet peeve.
Nice. We were talking about pet peeves a few episodes ago. Yeah. Not a few episodes, but maybe like 10 episodes ago.
Yeah. This one I've just found out. I didn't find out.
You just remembered.
What's the word? I re-encountered it.
Okay.
Single ply toilet paper.
Ooh. Not a fan? We have single ply.
Yeah. First, the person who invented it for whatever reason and saving costs and stuff, I hope they're old enough that they no longer roam the earth. Okay? I'm not saying I hope they die or anything.
Yeah.
I'm just saying because that idea should have never been conspired or, invented. It shouldn't have been thought of. No one should have had the good idea fairy be like, you know what's better than 4-ply? 2-ply? What's better than 2-ply? 1-ply? Because I don't think 1-ply was necessarily invented first.
Okay. It's like you were in my head, bro, because I was about to make that argument.
Because I'm just like, because it's so popular. And
2-ply had to be invented first.
I felt like it probably, that's what I would assume. And then they're like, ooh, we got Charmin Extra Soft and Angel Soft and all this other stuff. Now all of a sudden the game is about, we trying to be, cushy for the tushy. But companies were like, what if we take a ply off double our lifespan in toilet paper.
Half the cost. Yeah.
And I'm like, why would you do that? To people who are here 8 hours a day, struggling to do your company's work, and then make them go finger bang themselves in the bathroom whenever they take a dump.
Right.
That's unpleasant as the 8 hours. Yeah, no. Look, and then anybody who has single ply in their home, I don't think you like people.
I don't.
Yeah, I know. Well, I'm barely able to still be your friend. I just don't take a dump here, and I think we're good.
Don't take a dump here.
Right, which is what I'm saying. I've learned to accommodate for your selfishness. I don't know why you do that to your own bunghole, but hey, to each their own. But I don't
use more
think
toilet paper.
Then what's the point of if you would use less toilet paper? It would last longer if you buy the double ply.
You think I live in a household where I get to decide what kind of toilet paper we use, bro? That was not my choice.
He's like, man, I've already argued this, man. I lost. I'm over here like sad violin music while you roll your toilet paper.
No, I feel you 100%, bro.
He's like, I do this
I
until I can't see my hand anymore. And then I close it in half, and then I do my business.
Yeah. Like, I've been married for freaking 11 years, dog.
I blame her mama then.
I had this argument 10 years ago.
He's like, yeah, I'm already past that.
Yeah, no,
Where did it come from? Is it in her mama's house?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, then say less. I already know it came from her mama.
Yeah.
You need. I'm sorry it's taking you 10 years, but you need to start working on that.
I'm actually not that opposed to it anymore. I've gotten used to it. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
You poor soul.
Yeah. It's what's
maybe talk to her mama and then it'll transfer into your house.
I got Stockholm syndrome now, bro. Like living with the beast ain't so bad.
No.
Nah, I'm just kidding, baby.
No.
I love one ply toilet paper.
No, you don't.
Yeah,
no, he doesn't. You better change this
That shit feel good.
You better change this man's ply. This is our throne room, you know what I'm saying? You can't be out here sitting on one ply.
The other day I took a shit at your crib. I was like, whoa. God dang pillows up in this bitch, bro. He got that 6 ply.
I ain't got the cleanest bathroom, but I got the comfiest bathroom. I'll tell you what.
Yeah, man.
You know, like,
no, I feel you.
I ain't a clean freak. Like, you know what I'm saying? There might have been some hair, like some from my shaving over there a little bit, you know. I didn't freshly wipe down. I might have sprayed a little Febreze, you know, give you a little scent though. But you got some plies to your toilet paper, man. He's like, hey, can I come to your crib?
I gotta take a shit. you cool if I come through? Hey, you live way too far for that.
Yeah, but yeah, that was.
Yeah,
I hate companies
where'd you encounter it at?
Work.
Yeah.
I spend way too many hours there, and I do too rough of a job for my sweaty cheeks.
They got them big rolls too.
Yeah. I do way too much with sweaty cheeks to be trying to ruffle around with some single ply, bro.
There's some days where I come back after a run or after the gym.
You ain't got.
I might as well just hop in the shower, to be honest.
Give it a good wipe, and then I like hop in the shower. It's like, I'm not even trying to get all of it out.
I might as well
take care of it.
Use a bidet.
Hike that leg up.
Yeah.
Hit that thing with that nozzle.
Mm-hmm. I'm at the sink with it.
Kiss.
I'm at the sink with that. Yeah, no, that's gross. Too far.
But yeah, anybody who does single ply in your house, I would highly recommend, just paying the extra couple bucks and saving yourself that booty hole trauma, man.
Claudia has a reason for it. It's not on a cost saving reason. She has her own reason that I'm not gonna put on blast.
Yeah.
But
by all means.
But yeah, I thought it was a fun saving. I'm like, girl,
like,
we ain't gotta live no more. We ain't gotta live like this no more, girl. We getting money now.
Hear me out. Her role,
my role you get too.
You know what I'm saying, bro? Like, Just a thought.
Yeah.
Just a thought. 10 years later.
I'll bring it up at the next family meeting.
All right.
See how it goes. I'm gonna have a black eye next episode.
Like,
Shane, go for it.
what happened to you? No, I don't want to talk about it.
We agreed
I
that
just know
it's
that
best.
I still got one ply though.
Yeah,
That's all
we peacefully agreed that one ply was best for the family unit in America
like,
in this economy.
for you too, bro. Oh.
Actually, I just replaced all your toilet paper at your crib.
Oh man.
Here's some glue though, if you want to ply them together.
But yeah. Okay, so
Yeah.
enough of that. But that's
I got you.
yeah, single ply,
Yeah.
man.
No, I was shocked as well. But now when I go to work and I gotta go at work, I'm like, this shit's just regular.
He's like, this is what I got at home.
Yeah. I also thought of a pet peeve not too long ago.
Oh, okay, great.
You know,
Before we move on.
my pet peeve is the fucking when I'm driving,
Yeah.
don't be on your phone if you in the passenger seat. Talk to me, fam. Let me hear ya.
Who you talking to? Or who you talking about?
Anybody that be in the car.
Nah, but who did you encounter it with?
I
Who
was-
reminded you?
Claudia.
Oh, okay.
All the time, bro. She's always on her phone, and I'm like, you're not gonna say nothing? I can't be on
Am
my
I just
phone.
here talking to myself?
I can't be on my phone because I'm driving. I can't be
Right.
on my phone. I shouldn't be on my phone.
Right.
So, like,
Smart.
I get bored.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. And then I encounter it with you sometimes, but you're usually in the backseat whenever.
Yeah. But still,
But
I
that's
should
why I
be more
talk to you.
mind. Yeah.
That's why I talk to you. But, yo, what you got going on, bro?
What do you want to
Yeah.
know, bro? No.
Yeah.
I actually saw a video about not that specifically, but having your phone. He's like, give me my phone. Give me your phone. Give me a phone. Because I don't think he had one on him at the.
Mhm.
He was doing like a presentation. He's like, give me your phone. He's like, all right. So now I'm talking to you. I got my phone out. I'm just talking to you. I'm not checking it. It's not buzzing. It's not anything. But do you think you're important? Do you feel like you're the most important thing to me right now?
No.
He's like, exactly. And he's like, putting your phone down on the table upside down, face up. He's like, that doesn't change anything. By having the phone already out,
Mm-hmm.
you have already psychologically stated that this is the most important thing to me.
Mm.
You've already let everybody know that they are less important than what's happening on his phone. That's why you have it so close. Like, it's just a psychological, like, you already kind of like, oh, yeah, okay. He's got his phone. He's probably waiting for some or whatever, yada, yada. You might be thinking that. So he's like, we need to get disconnected from the phone, put it on vibrate, silent, let's put it off to the side, and have that conversation with someone if you're having a conversation with them.
Yeah.
Which I try to do most of the time, which I've actually encountered some arguments, some heat about it sometimes is, well, hey, I'm going out with some friends. We're going to be eating and stuff like that. I'm not trying to be on my phone.
Yeah.
Not so much lately. Lately, even with us, I am on my phone a lot, which I apologize now. All right? I'm apologizing. I'm publicly apologizing, and not prompted either. I just feel that
Yeah.
because I'm acknowledging it right now.
Yeah.
But beforehand, I would always be like, I'm not going to be on my phone a lot. Like, it's like, you can't even check your phone for a little bit. Like, and I'm like, see, that's the thing, though. I want to be present. I used to really want to. Like, that was a hard thing that I would do. It's like, I'm present.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm with someone, if I'm eating, or if I'm out here, my phone is out of the way. I might even leave it in the car. But I'm here with the homies. I'm here with, whoever I'm with. We're having conversation while we're eating. And I'm not necessarily talking with your mouth full, but, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We still conversating over food.
Right.
And, like, I'm there. I'm present. Or if I'm at a house and I'm, like, hanging out with someone, it's like, I'm not really on my phone like that. Like, she's like, you can't just check your phone real quick. Yeah, I can, but, like,
Yeah.
and I get it. Like, it's kind of, you got to balance it. But, yeah.
I think that's what the watch does for me, is that it makes it so easy to not be on my phone when I'm with people, because anything will come through. There is sometimes that the watch messes up on you and it won't give you the notification.
Which is still a plus at the end of the day.
Well, yeah,
because
because it won't distract you.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, like, at least if anything bad happens or if you need to get back to anybody, you see the message, the notification. But I try not to be on my phone. I do put the phone face down.
Yeah,
During lunch, but, like, it's usually me and Claudia, and like when the conversation dies, we'll get on our phones at dinner.
Yeah. And I also think it's kind of like the age that we kind of grew up into, and I think it's only going to get more that way moving forward. Like that video, was it you that sent me the video? It was like I call us homo techno.
Oh yeah.
Homo techno or something like that.
Yeah.
And then it was like some music
homo
stuff.
techno, and then they made homo techno.
Yeah, it was
yeah.
gay. That was so funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, but for real, I think that does have a effect on like the way we do things socially, the way we interact socially. That's why we have the iPad kids terminology coming out.
I think these generations that are coming up are gonna stray away from the phones. I think our generation and the one right after us were so glued to it because it was new to us. We grew up without those type of cell phones, and then when we were becoming adults or on the verge of becoming adults,
right, like high school and on,
we started getting like the touch screen, and you could look up anything on your phone.
And phones have been developing quickly.
Yeah, but I think as they get to what their peak is,
which is kind of where they're kind of at.
That's where they're at right now. Once they get there, I think the phones will regress, or the people will stray away from the phones as much. Or we'll just be like, well, now this is just regular. It's just, nothing to us.
Right. Yeah. I mean, very well could be. I just think that it, for kids anyways, it's hard for me to say, be like, oh, yeah, this will take away from their childhood. I grew up playing video games most of the time.
Yeah.
And I didn't have a whole lot of time outside of video games or something like that. Like, because we lived in the woods. I'd ride bikes. I might go walk 2 or 3 miles down the road to go hang out with someone because I was the closest person. And I didn't really care at the time to hang out with my brother because he wouldn't want to play basketball with me because I'd always smoke him. Mm-hmm. And then I wouldn't want to ride bikes with him because he'd always do some stupid crap that always end up with me getting hurt.
Yeah.
And so we had some things that we did together, some things we didn't. But one thing that we always did together was we played video games. Yeah. But we did also get in trouble a lot for playing video games too much. So, but yeah, I think that I do game a lot. I don't think that I'm necessarily messed up due to it.
Right.
But yeah, I don't know. Can't really say.
All right, well, let's move on to
yeah, speaking of phones.
yeah.
We're going to do a Am I Overreacting post.
Okay.
So, I'll read the title. It says, Am I overreacting for ignoring boyfriend after inappropriate comments about my new purse? I, 24 female, haven't been able to respond to my boyfriend's, 23 male, text for hours because I have no words. I've sent him a photo of coffee and my fake, quote-unquote, Dior bag was in the photo with the coffee, right?
Yeah.
I got it for free as part of a brand deal and started using it today. I'm desperately trying to understand, but at the same time, I'm generally appalled at, I think she might have meant genuinely, but I'm generally appalled at this, and I need to know what other people think. How would you respond in this situation, or what would you do? And so it's 6 screenshots.
Okay.
So I'm gonna kind of whip through it. All right.
Yeah.
Oh my God, the horrors! That goddamn bag. I can't. I tried to escape to the other phone, and some squiggly stuff. When I was on a date with that girl, we were talking about what's the female equivalent of guys wearing those Balenciaga logo sneakers, and she said that exact Dior bag. Get rid of it. I'll kill myself. This is all from the boyfriend. Yeah. She says, I like it. He says, throw it away. She says, I've literally been so excited about it all day, LOL. He said, throw it off the Kama Bridge and hope it lands on a boat that's on fire. Give it to a homeless person. She's like, yuck. He said, donate it to Goodwill. She said, give me her number. I'll send her a pic. she's replying to the message where she was talking about the one girl and him talking about the Balenciaga sneakers and stuff. And then he's like, jokes aside, a very strong boundary for me are pretentious displays of wealth. And she said, wouldn't a real one be a display of wealth? Because remember, this is fake.
Yeah.
He said, this is a indisputable hard boundary I refuse to cross. She says, this is a display of poorness. He said, it's not even real. This is even worse. She said, why are you being mean? Can we self-assess quickly? He said, you paid money for fake artifacts to pretend you're wealthy. She said, I did not pay anything. He says, the bag itself is ugly. She says, I'm gonna stop answering now. You're being so mean. And this is all him. Okay. We're going to go rapid fire. Get rid of it today, or I won't talk to you ever again. Give it to Gina along with the glasses. If I see them, I'm going to fucking destroy them. There are members of my family in Cuba who couldn't afford dialysis, and will die soon. There are no antibiotics in Cuba. People just die. What will it look like if you are my wife and people see you with things like this? Please don't be ignorant. I'm not even against art. You've shown me bags that look nice. The bag and the glasses have big fucking logos on them. They're just displays of wealth. You could have gotten the same thing without the logos. It's true that I'm being mean, and I know you don't mean harm, so I'm sorry, but please understand that this feels like a punch to the gut to me, like a disconnect from the reality that I and many others who have it much worse carry every day. There are bags you showed me that are beautiful without screaming status. If I'm going to dedicate my life to saving Cuba, I just need to know that the person by my side won't unknowingly undermine that mission. Please don't take this as an attack. It's me being vulnerable. I care about you, and this matters a lot to me, and I'm sure there are other things that you don't understand right now that are important to me, but please understand that I really have to be strict and I don't know, with everything. And maybe you think I'm literally fucking crazy, but the things I'm trying to do have never been done before, and I don't plan on it being very easy. I know you don't think about your TikToks this much, but I think a good message could be to show people, undoubtedly many girls who want to be like you, that you can look cute and hot and sexy without using brand names as a crutch. That boy went in.
Okay.
Verdict.
What was the question again?
Right. Yeah. So the question was, am I overreacting?
To what?
No, I'm just kidding. For ignoring her boyfriend who for his inappropriate comments about her new purse.
No, I don't think she's overreacting. I think, if anything, he might be overreacting. Seems like he has, like, was it something, visions of grandeur or something?
Mm-hmm.
Like, he sees himself as doing something great, and he thinks this is gonna throw it all off. I don't think that's the case. I think this guy's focusing on such a minuscule thing. I mean, I get that it means a lot to him, but like, it was free. I don't see the big deal.
Yeah. I don't think she's overreacting. I definitely agree with you. I do think that he's overreacting.
Yeah.
I'm kind of curious as to what he means. Like, he's gonna save Cuba.
Yeah.
And how this is going to affect him. It almost makes me feel like these are kind of some important people now, because like now I'm confused. I'm like, what? Okay, your TikTok, his whole TikTok.
He's on a mission.
Like I'm actually curious as to what's happening here. But I do think that we need some self-awareness.
Yeah.
And be like, at this point, I'm just attacking my significant other.
Yeah.
Over something innocent. All she did was send him. Not TikTok, not Instagram, not anything. Yeah. I mean, she might have. I don't know. But at this moment, I don't know that. As far as I know, all she did was send him a picture of her coffee, and the bag just happened to be in it, along with some glasses, I guess, that he brought up.
Yeah.
that I think that have low-key have been bugging him, and he just found this as an opportunity to say
And your ugly ass glasses. What?
Yeah,
They're not
like-
even in the picture.
Right. So I do think that he might be overstepping.
Yeah.
I don't think she's overreacting. I think she did the right call by just letting him vent. Now the thing is she shouldn't take all that for what he's saying.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, don't allow him to continue to act like that within the relationship,
Right.
because I don't think that that's healthy either. But
I also hate when people care so much about what other people think, bro.
well, that we had that conversation about like with AI and stuff, right? In our comic books. I don't care. Obviously, you do, and we're not gonna get into the whole spiel.
Y'all
here.
missed a good one.
Yeah, we should have saved it for this.
Yeah.
But business-wise, aside from the fact that like AI is cheap, can be used, whatever, people may not like it.
Yeah.
And therefore, it's a smarter decision to pay for an actual artist, which I think we should do. Before y'all start attacking me, I definitely think we should pay an artist. I just was saying I'm not opposed to using AI art if it's good. You know, because with actual artists, you can get exactly what you want, exactly how you want it. With AI, you're taking a gamble, and you're like, I'm settling because this is as good as it's going to get, and I don't see any big flaws that it's going to, whatever.
Yeah.
So, taking into consideration how people feel, whether we use AI or not, it is a decision that we did decide to make.
Yeah.
Because we care about what other people think.
What other people think about the company.
Yeah. But
Not about me. Personally.
Oh, right. Well, you're actually on the same side as those people. I'm the only one that was kind of getting attacked here because I'm like, oh, yeah, we could just use AI. And you're like, And I'm like, okay, that's fine. Like, I don't care.
Yeah.
But I'm okay with AI art. I know
I'm not.
Right. Granted, we had a whole moral discussion about it as well. But that's aside the point. Because in D&D as well, there's a big community that's against AI art versus artists. But it's like, I can't draw. I'm not paying you to, unless you're offering to doodle my character for free.
Right.
I'm not paying you just because you don't like AI. I'm going to use AI because it's, like you mentioned, it's free. I'm not getting profit. It's just for fun. It's whatever.
That's what I think. Like,
that's what AI is okay with.
Yeah.
Or
for
you're
me,
okay with.
For me, I think if it's for a hobby, it's for just for fun in between friends. Yeah, why not? Go crazy. It's fun for people.
And I do agree with the whole business aspect. Like, cough up $100, $200, $300 for whatever logo, art, or however much it's gonna cost. Like, it might be more than that if you're, you know, whatever, bigger the project type deal. But anyways, definitely think that they're overreacting. I don't think that he should care so much, like you said. I hope Cuba gets saved.
Well, not anymore. She done put this on the internet, bro.
I said I still hope they do.
They're gonna find out, not by this guy. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Well, maybe not by him, but I still hope that Cuba's in good hands. Aside the point,
because she done blasted him on the internet. They're gonna find out. They're gonna find out who she is. They're gonna find out who he is. And unfortunately, Cuba's got to do what it's got to do.
Go into water.
Yeah.
It's the one that's surrounded in water, right? It's an island.
Yeah. I think they have a dictatorship. I don't know. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know much about Cuba.
Yeah, that's why I was like, I'm not even.
But if
sure
this guy's
either.
gonna save it, good for him.
Yeah. I hope you do.
Yeah.
And I hope you kind of relax a little bit, man.
Yeah. Just know people are gonna judge you throughout that process, and you gotta get a little thicker skin.
Yeah, man. Like, who cares, bro?
Yeah.
One, it's free.
Yeah.
Secondly, it's fake.
Yep.
If anybody knows about the bag, they're gonna be like, yeah, it's fake.
Yeah.
They're not rich. They're not whatever, yada yada. Now you don't have to worry about looking wealthy. You'll more look like looking stupid. Okay, so that's your other concern. If you are gonna have one, it's that's more so. You're
right.
I've been called out for having fake J's when I was in middle school.
Did you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because I think we got them from like a thrift store or whatever, and the Jordan Airman wasn't the same.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think they were ones, to be honest.
The Fat Farms used to have the backwards P on the fake ones. Yeah.
Yeah, so little stuff like that, man. Like,
Yeah.
you get called out. It is what it is. I'm still here.
Yeah.
I'm chilling.
You be alright.
Yeah. What?
Man.
Is that?
I think that's the episode. Oh, I wanted to tell you about this morning, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Because you know I'm starting a new job tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, yesterday I was like, oh, I got to get a haircut. I was like, I'll just
Mhm.
get one in the morning. Woke up this morning, was going to schedule an appointment to get a haircut. Looked at the website, closed.
the whole
And I
day.
was like, yep.
Oh, Sundays they generally are closed.
Nope. They're usually open.
Or is it Monday that barbers are normally
Today is Easter, bro.
closed? Oh, yeah.
And I was like, of course it is. Of course it's closed. It's Easter. Bullshit. So then
take those eggs and shove them back in their carton and open this dang on store.
you don't think I need to look fresh for Easter?
Well, it's a little late.
It's
You
a
woke
little
up on
late.
Easter all messed up.
So anyway, so then we go grocery shopping. That's open. Good.
McDonald's is also open.
We usually go to get Chipotle. After we grocery shop, we swing by Chipotle.
Not open. Huh?
Get to order my food, pick what I want, pick what Claudia wants. We're like, good. Let's get set up a pickup time. Closed. I was like, of course it's closed. It's Easter.
So you just had an Easter Monday or morning.
Yep. Yeah, morning full of Easter.
Mm.
So yeah, that fucked me up. Now I gotta go like this to work tomorrow. Start a new job.
I could cut you up.
Nah,
dog.
we good, bro. It's cool. You know, I kind of like it now. It's growing on me, literally.
No, bro. Hey,
Nah,
I'll take care of this
no,
after this episode. You know what? Hey, look, y'all
nah.
gotta go home. I appreciate everything y'all do.
Y'all gotta go home.
Yeah.
Y'all don't gotta go home.
No, you just gotta get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, there you go.
Are we good for it? Are we ready?
Yeah,
We ready
yeah.
to sign off? All right. So anyway, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for tuning in.
Yeah.
Answer the questions. Ask your own questions. Chime in. Let us know what's up. Like, comment, subscribe. Share this with everybody. You know, we're on YouTube, Spotify, Apple, anywhere you get your podcast from. We're there. Yeah, and we really do appreciate you guys. So you ain't got to go home, but you got to get the fuck out of here. Peace.
Peace. We gotta go watch WrestleMania.
Oh.
Yeah.